And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to welcome to what might be the most claustrophobic stream I've ever done. I don't have anywhere to move right now. I brought in the whiteboard because I want to do something special this stream. We're going to be looking back at MW22 today. Modern Warfare 22. One of the more divisive, maybe divisive isn't even the right word, one of the more hated games, I think. This and Vanguard of like the last, I don't know, I guess since like Warzone. Hated primarily, I feel like, for its movement. A couple other design choices. Also the UI. Let's also say, first of all, this UI was added after the fact. It's still not great. It's a little bit better. Once you go into like multiplayer, if you guys weren't around, yeah, the Hulu UI. Look at this shit, man. This is, for some reason, Battlefield 6 copied this too, and I don't understand why. But today we're gonna go back to it. I don't think I've really played it since 2022 or 2023, you know, since the end of this game's life cycle. And I want to tally up. I want to use this board here. We're going to tally up everything that's bad about it, or BAP, I guess, which is what I wrote. And then we're going to do all of the good. All of the good and the bad. And we're going to tally it up and we're going to see exactly if it was a good game or not. That's my loose plan here. We're going to see. But first of all, how are y'all doing tonight? And also, what do y'all think about the game? Just like initial impressions. Initial impressions 4 years late. Also, what's going on? Prince Leviathan, Joe, GMG, Icarus, welcome. Astro. MW2 is my favorite of the Warzone era. That's definitely a hot take. I don't know that I agree with you, but I do think it's better than people say, honestly. My least favorite COD of the 2020s. Hey, dichotomy of man there. Did Spec Ops dirty for this game's life cycle? Dude, Spec Ops, unironically, this was the best Spec Ops that we've had, I think, ever. And I'm not even exaggerating. The missions themselves are so much better than any other Spec Ops, and there's fucking 3 of them. Like I get quality over quantity, but like 3 fucking missions, man? There's low profile, there's high ground, denied area. Oh, and that's it. There's 3 missions, and then there's a one in the chamber variant. There is Defender, which is kind of like a separate mode. It's similar to like a survival. There's 2 Defender maps, and then one of them there's a gun game variant, and that's it. Like, what the fuck were we doing? What the heck are we doing? You think of Vondel as a map? I thought it was top 3 Resurgence maps. Dude, Vondel might be my favorite Resurgence map. I'm not a big Warzone guy, so, like, I think I mostly, I guess I played a decent amount of, like, Warzone at the time. But, like, I'm definitely casual when it comes to that stuff. What's going on, Anthony? Blank Blob. MX Plectrus? Snowball with the 5 gifted immediately off the bat. Man, you're too generous. Thank you so much. Vondel was the best Warzone map. I think I'm with you. Honestly, this game's Warzone, like main Warzone map, Al-Mazrah, was also really fucking good. Warzone 2 nobody really liked. But the map itself I thought was pretty good. Big swing and a miss, but I appreciate them trying. Yeah, I'll never get out of Call of Duty for like trying to change things up a little bit, you know. Do a series covering the good and bad of every Call of Duty. We kind of have that right now with the we've done the golden era. We covered one thing good, one thing bad. We'll see how this does, and then maybe this format could be like a good stream format or something. I don't know. Personally, I have really good memories of launch because it was the only time I played with 3 different friend groups. But as a game, it was pretty horrendous. Yeah, man, I think people also discount the fact that if you're playing with friends, every game goes like shoots up like a couple letter grades, you know? So like we look back at like the golden age, and by we I mean like me and like my friend group. We look back at the golden age of like, oh dude, that was so good. That was when we were all playing COD. Now we all have jobs and shit, and it's like that's partially why we don't like modern COD. It's like we're not playing it together. This was the first 2-year COD. Yeah, what the... Yeah. MW3, I do think, is the better of the 2 games. All right, let's actually get into it here. So, I guess I'm just going to... First of all, let's just see if we can find a game of TDM. I assume that the servers are still populated, but we'll see. Campaign was great. Campaign, I really, really did not like at the time. It's grown on me, I think, because we've had 2 really bad campaigns since. But I still don't think it's, like, incredible. Mazur was fun as fuck on that Halloween mode. Dude! It really was. It was like the objective, like, everyone dropped in, and there were different bosses around the map that you'd have to kill. That was so fucking fun. Big team battle modes were also so much fun in this game. I agree. I was going to talk about that, too. There honestly is a lot to talk about this game. Because, yeah, you had ground war and invasion, but then you also had, like, big CTF, big capture the flag, or 20v20 capture the flag, whatever it was called. 12v12, maybe, on these, like, larger maps. Some of them were still larger, but they were still, like, cut down from the biggest map. Like, you could play Search and Destroy in just the mall from Al Mazrah, you know? It's actually, like it was really cool. So as far as bad, hold on, before we even get in, I forgot, I gotta write down UI, right? UI. Bad. I don't even know if you can fucking see that. Hold on. You can see that if we popped it. Yeah, UI, bad. Bad UI. It's the first thing. I didn't set up a class. Hold on. Let's memory lane this. What was I using? Oh, dude. Is this the Scar? Oh, also my FOB. Hold on. Wait, where is FOV? Hold on. There we go. I lowered it from the thumbnail, I think. Come on, go faster. There we go. Yeah, is this the intervention? Wait, why can't he hear it? Hello? Oh, that was my end. Oh, yeah. Honestly, they kind of... I mean, it's not, like, exact or anything, but... I think it's pretty solid as far as, like, the sound goes. Dude, why is my audio on, like, such a hairpin? It's either muted or too loud right now. So many movement penalties, like jumping and sliding. Yeah, that's the big thing. Because, like, you really can't slide cancel out of it, like, in this game, right? Like, you have to complete the slide. I should really switch to, like, a real gun. I just wanted to check out to see if that was the sniper. Soul Harvester. Oh, is this also the Mastery Camo? This was, like, one of the only games that I got a Mastery Camo on, actually. Moving reload cancel, too, is awful. Wait, you can't reload cancel? Oh, dude, I forgot about that. Yeah, no, it's like you have to, you always have to finish the animation, right? Gave up on this game mid-season 2. I'm trying to think, I don't know that there was any, like, major improvements as, like, the year went or anything. It was really just kind of more of the same. Although the content definitely got better as far as, because the first season, oh my god, dude, the first season of this game. Do you guys remember the 2 maps that they added in season 1? And only 2 maps? It was this one, Shoot House, and it was Shipment. That was it. Now, granted, Season 1 is like 2 weeks into the game's life cycle, so like there was still a million, you know, new maps, quote unquote, but why do I feel like I can't focus right now? Reload cancel was a mistake, I will admit that. The other thing is the perks. I will say this until I'm blue in the face. I think the biggest problem with this game, to me, the thing that like actually caused me to not want to play was one, the perk system, like itself. Just the fact that you earn perks as you go, which always felt shitty. Hold on, what? Oh no, in the perk packages, you can't even edit these. In-game, you can't edit your perks. You have to pick between different perk packages that you'd have to set up previously. Like, we went backwards. But, like, the fact that Ghost, you can barely see because chat is kind of... Is there a better place to put chat? I didn't realize it was, like, free-floating. Whatever. It'll be there now. Ghost, you earn partway through the game. Which I don't like as, like, a guy who's, like, who uses Ghost all the time. I'm a little stealthy bitch boy. But also, the first 2 perks, which, oh wait, no, again, I can't like look through them well in game, but Overkill is one of your base perks, which makes sense on paper. But Overkill and Tracker here, like these 2 base perks pull from the same pool, which means that if you have Overkill on, there's nothing stopping you, like, you can always have Overkill and another perk if you wanted. Which meant that people would throw Overkill on because it was effectively free. There was no trade-off. And then just shove a riot shield on their back. Like, the ninja turtling was at its worst, I think, in this game. Especially on, like, small maps. That, and then the perk system in general, like, that, to me, those are the biggest issues. There's no reasonable trade-off for Overkill. Yeah, exactly. There was no... You didn't have to give anything up, you know? I think they should remove Overkill from MP. It's no situation where you need 2 guns. I don't know if I would go that extreme. I don't know if I would go... I kind of liked how MWII did it, honestly. I think it got, like, too complicated and the UI didn't really help. Like, understand what was happening. But, like, the vest system... Oh, come on, y'all. Oh, reload cancel. But, like, the vest system in MWII I actually kind of liked on paper. Where, like, you would put on a specific vest and that would change how many perks or which kinds of perks you could put on and also affected, like, what guns you had. Like, it was kind of interesting. Problem was it felt like it got too convoluted, especially by the end there. And again, like, the UI was just so bad that half the time it was like... you couldn't fully follow what was being affected. There were just, like, big walls of text. It was like, I need some color. I need, like, a color coding system. I need, God forbid, a vertical menu. And I think I needed less choices, too. Like, by the end of it, there were, like, I don't know, 12 different vests. And that's just too many to, like, keep track of. I will say, these lobbies are insanely easy. The people still playing MW22 right now. Goddamn. Launch 23, the best version of Overkill, needing to give up boots. Yeah, see, I can't even remember exactly all the trade-offs. But I think that makes sense. Because then, like, what? Boots was Ninja. Oh, yeah, Ninja also wasn't in this. At least it was, but, you know. You had to announce your ninja-ness first. Your dead silence first. Oh. Why didn't anyone tell me that I got a UAV and I was just not using it? There's also red dots on the minimap, obviously. That kind of goes without saying, I feel like, half the time, but... The fact that there was no red dots was crazy. Launch maps for this game were super solid, though. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I feel like these maps do get actually slept on a little bit. There were some risks that they took, right? Saint Desenia, big risk. Wasn't very good. But, like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, Albagra Fortress people didn't like. Because, like, you get spawn trapped super easily. What map are we going to next? But I feel like Mercado, Hotel was really solid. Farm 18, I think, is a generational map. I think Farm 18 should and will come back in MW4. I'm calling it. Embassy, I thought, was all right. And some of the best non-remaster map selection out of any recent COD. Honestly, I think Vanguard might have it beat. I felt like Vanguard didn't have very many bad maps. Himmelmat Expo, that was fucking solid. Tarak, ooh. One thing that I did appreciate about it was it felt like there were maps for different play styles. And, like, Tarak was definitely one of those, you know, bigger ones. Vanguard only had bad maps? Nah, I liked them. I thought they were good. A little boring visually, but it's World War II, you know? Hatchery was cancer. Hatchery was one of those just, like, maps to me. I didn't love it or hate it. Border Crossing was better when all the cars could still get blown up. They nerfed it because people complained, and that was the only fun part of playing the map. I mean, you know, I don't fully remember how it played beforehand. Like, once they were all blown up, it was kind of like it. It was like, you're just back. Green screen, by the way. Oh, man. Remember weapon platforms, too? Like, I have a Scar right now, but I don't know what version of the Scar. What version of the Scar is the... Oh, it doesn't even tell me in the bottom right. It just says frontal impact. Why are we all here? You know what? I really don't want to be in TDM, though. I'm realizing I probably should have picked more than just that on my quick play, because I think we are going to find lobbies. Like, we found 2 lobbies pretty damn quick. The fuck? What else wasn't good? Long shots. You guys remember doing long shots? People enjoyed Border Crossing or Masochist. I will say Border Crossing I thought was pretty good on Headquarters and Hardpoint. Something about how that map was, like, linear, I think just worked for that game. Because, like, you were kind of working your way through the map a little bit. Like it felt like it fit there. But something like Domination, TDM obviously didn't do it. Didn't work. La Casa. Ooh, La Casa. I like La Casa. That was I think that was the last map that came out for this game, too. I'll give him credit for how smooth the camo grind worked. Had, like, 0 bugs or issues, even though the challengers were dog shit. Did it not have bugs? I don't even remember stuff like that. But yeah, the every gun being long shots was just awful. Ow. Because, like, it made every map, for me at least, as someone who was going for it, it turned every map into this. This was the majority of my experience on this map. Was just sitting right here and fucking waiting. Or it was up over, it was in here, I think. I think it was like, are you fucking back there? What the fuck? I also feel it's probably just because I've been playing classic mode on BO7. I feel like I don't even miss the no slide canceling right now. It kind of feels more natural to me. I will say jumping definitely feels wrong. Just like movement wise. Even as someone who doesn't like fast movement. Cora Village was a great remake of To Jane. Oh, yeah. That was also the last one. Thoughts on games' attachment systems where you had to use different guns to get different attachments? Honestly, I didn't mind it. I'm like, I'm the kind of person that in these games, this might be a hot take, but like I kind of like when the game kind of forces you to get outside your comfort zone a little bit.
I'm reloading.
Like, I know like events currently in COD, they always have different challenges for like if you want to do them in zombies or if you want to do them in multiplayer, you can do that. I kind of like... I kind of like challenges that maybe, like, don't do that. Or events that don't do that. Ones that are, like, you know, if you want to complete this event, you got to play the new zombies mode. And also, you've got to play, you know, with this multiplayer gun. Or something, you know. Like, I don't really like the platform system. Like, that was kind of strange, but I don't hate the concept of like having to use one gun to get a global attachment, you know? What is this? Oh, I forgot that you had like dual. That was fucking pointless. Ghost. See, I'm 3 minutes into the game and I finally got my ghost. Honestly, I think it's sprint out speeds. Speaking of fucking sprint out speeds, I think that's really what it is for me. It's how slowly you can go from walking or sprinting to ADS. It just feels too long, you know? Cherry Fizz style challenges are so good. It was cool seeing some people enjoy modes they haven't seen. Yeah, exactly. I love that. Are you excited for the BO1 and BO2 ports? Really hope they do well enough and have solid servers for a good long while. Restarting Prime BO1 MP sounds like a dream right now. Oh, dude, hell yeah. Dude, I can't wait. I really hope so. I'm getting a phone call. I really hope that it revitalizes. I mean, I think it should. I just don't know how long it'll last. I want to play some wager matches again. I just want to play... I just want to play that game on, like, a good controller. No, but I'm also... So, I don't know if you guys saw also the, on PlayStation, the PS Plus games for this month, or game for this month is MW3, like the new one here. And that's right after what? It was like Vanguard. What the fuck happened with Vanguard recently? Didn't it... Oh, no, it came to Game Pass. And also, I think this game right now, MW22, went on sale pretty recently for, like, really cheap. This game feels so weird. It feels like I'm fighting bots most of the time. And I'm hoping that, like that, plus this MW, or, BO1 and BO2, like, port stuff. I kind of like the, I kind of like what I'm seeing lately of, like, COD realizing that, like, their older catalog is still worth something. And that even, the, you know, obviously BO7 is still, like, king as far as they're concerned. Wait, oh, is that not a... I'm glad that, like, these other games are, like, getting a little bit of love. Like, officially, you know what I mean? It's not just, like, people going back because they want to. It's like there's actual reasons, actual things, like, drawing people to it, you know? Does that make any sense? Steam for, oh, $7. That's what it was. That's pretty good. Is that a Google Pixel Pro? How close... Oh, you know what? I did kind of hold it close. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I have no doubt the ports will fail. Activision hasn't made a good decision in quite some time. I don't know about that, man. I definitely don't want them to fail. I mean, I will say I don't think that they anticipated the amount of hunger for it. And it wouldn't surprise me if, like, after they tweeted that shit out and after, like, everyone started talking nonstop about the ports, that, like, there was some kind of meeting behind the scenes of, like, guys, all right, how do we make this better? Like, how do we... Because I feel like the hype at least was there. I don't know if it still is. But so many people wanted that, or want the ports to be more than just ports. And I'm a little afraid that when they come out and they're just like simple ass ports, people are gonna be disappointed. Same stoked to play BO1 and BO2 on the PS5 controller. Dude, that's all that it is. That's all that a console is at this point to me, is a fucking controller. Like, I know I can plug this into my PC, I guess, but you know, it's somehow different. I don't know. People getting hyped for a 20-year-old game on a 10-year-old console is wild to me. It's not that it's just a 10-year-old console. It's just a modern, like you're able to hit it, you know? All right, let's go through this list here, or through this board a little bit. So what did we just talk about was bad? We had the UI, definitely perks, red dots. But then, ooh, I'm gonna be cool with this. Instead of red dots, I'm gonna cross it out because there's no red dots. The fact that there's no red dots. What else we got on here? Dead silence. That's a good one. And what we just said? I think I just read sprint out speeds. Yeah, sprint. All right, I'm gonna have to hold on. Sprint out speeds. What else we got? Sliding is bad. Reload, cancel. Time-based perk charging. I got perks on there. Let's do jumping. Jump/slide. Guys, I didn't know that there was this much wrong with this game. Attachments were very punishing. What do you mean by that? Riot shield speed nerf. Attachments were great. Jump penalties were great. Cons on attachments were really heavy. Oh, yeah. Might need a bigger board. Yeah, that's why once I got down like halfway, I'm like, ah, shit, I'm going to have to be more selective. Lack of seasonal content. I don't think I'm going to put that one on the board just because, wait, how the hell did I have this? Was it like this? Or was I behind the... Whatever. Because at this point, all the content's out. And I think, like, globally, there's a decent amount of content for this game. Outside of Spec Ops. I mentioned that before. Overcomplicated gunsmith, if you don't like the platform system. You know, I'll put platforms on there. That's definitely a good point. Platforms. Okay. Now, what is the good? I've never seen chat more dead. Good. We said BTB before, right? BTB. Business to business, obviously, as everyone knows. Maps were nice. Honestly, I'm gonna put maps down. There were some stinkers in there, but I think globally, I think more good than bad. Maps. I just saw someone else put in here. Wait, was Universal Camos this game? Was that this game? Oh, yeah, it was, right? Yeah. All right, I'm just going to put camos. I'm going to put camos under good. And then I'm going to put camo grind under bad. because the long shots were fucking awful. Graphics fidelity, I guess that's good. I don't know, because COD always looks better than the year before. You know, I don't know if that's like specific to this game. Oh, ranked. Ranked was actually really fun. I never played ranked in this. I mean, I'm not a ranked guy. Raids were cool in theory. Yeah, I feel like raids were a really good first pass. You know, like I want to see raids 2. But I don't know what to put that on, though. Because it wasn't good, it wasn't bad. I might just leave it off, honestly. Kill streak, score streak toggle. You know what? I'll put that down. Kill/score toggle. Haunting was good. I'll put ranked down, because I'm seeing a few people say ranked. Ranked. I'm going to put... Should I put events, maybe? Because, like, Haunting was good. I feel like there were some other really good events, right? At least toward the tail end. You know, like the World Cup one that we had, like, right at the beginning with that weird Rocket League mode. You guys remember that shit? That was kind of awful. Events overall were bad. Yeah, I can't remember any of the other ones, to be honest. So maybe that is... I remember one good one bad one. Dynamic map weather for one season. Wait, what? I don't remember that. I'll put DMZ in. DMZ, and then I'm also going to put Spec Ops. Because Spec Ops, the missions were very, very fun. There were just only 3 of them. Bad could be Nicki Minaj. Yep. Nicki Minaj. All right, and we'll continue to build on this as we go. We're gonna play, but just any other high level ones before we jump in. Could just do co-op instead of Spec Ops. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess they're synonyms. Bad shipment shoot house spam. SBMM. There is SBMM, but I think it's the same thing as graphics under good. Like, it's every game, you know? Dude, notice how big I put UI and how small we gotta do here. Dude, that Hummer collab. All right. Okay, we're gonna leave this up here for now. We're gonna see, because under oh wait, I didn't put. I'm gonna do events and collabs, and then that hits Hummers. That hits Nicki Minaj. We'll get rid of Nicki Minaj off of the like official list. Equipment variety was very good. Yeah, dude, the drill charge was first in this game, right? I'll say sandbox. Sandbox variety was solid. No hardcore. Well, they did now add hardcore. So I think we gotta judge the game by like how it finished. You know what I mean? Ground War was great. Oh yeah, I kind of named it Big Team Mode, but yeah, let me name it Ground War because that's not like a COD thing. Because Ground War was solid. I think I'm gonna try to find a lobby of that next. Weapon tuning. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Tuning was so bad. All right, we have our bearing then. I don't know if I'm using that. Hold on. Unlike others, I actually really like the attachment variety. I feel like it's just too much. So hold on. Let me look through weapons again. Yeah, I can edit this one. Cause like my thing was, oh my god, look at this. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I guess 15 isn't a crazy amount of assault rifles. But it kind of is when, like, most of them are the same. Or a lot of them are the same. Which ones are the same? Like, you got these two cast-offs here that are, like, one's just shorter. But, like, you could already make a gun shorter or longer, right? The Chimera... Oh, no, the Chimera was, like, the, I don't think I could pick these these two guns out of a fucking lineup. Chimera... This was the, Honey Badger, right? I might fuck with this. Pistols. Oh, dude, the F-Tac Siege? Can I do, I can't do akimbo. I have a lot... Oh, it's a weapon. It's a challenge. Interesting. Somehow too many guns without any variety. Yeah. I will say that this is what we were talking about before with the sandbox. I feel like it was a decent amount, right? Like, you had, like, the throwing star, which was interesting. Still kind of a throwing knife-ish, but... Here was really where, like, you have a fucking spotter scope. Why? Like, and that's not a bad thing. I like that there's a fucking spotter scope in here for no fucking reason. Heartbeat sensor was on your bumper. I think this was the first game to have that. Shock stick was in this. Yeah, suppression mine. The camera. Dude, you had a Dennis. Remember Dennis? Inflatable decoy? DDoS was good. I would use DDoS all the time. Fucking loadout drop. More useless. Useless stuff. Battle Rage. I remember this was OP as hell in 23, right? Spotter scope is a necessity for DMZ. That makes sense. Attack camera underrated. Decoy was fun. I like the echo unit now because it also captures points. It combines the decoy and the ACS module from what's it called, from MWII into one. All right, let's just jump into a what's it called? I guess a ground war. Let's see. Decoy spam for weapon XP. Oh, that's right. I didn't think that this stream would be such a trip down memory lane. There was so much, like, to this game. There's a lot more to this game than I remember. Like, you're searching for 10 years. Yeah, man, is there no ground war lobbies in 22? I hope so. This was just solid. Like, this is where I would go to snipe. I'll say it was a good addition because I feel like the first time decoys weren't just trash. Yeah, like it kind of gave him a reason to exist a little bit. I'll hop on, give you another player in the lobby. Hell yeah, man. We just need 63 more. Two decoys in the center of the map. You can get so much XP. Dude, do it on shipment. Just every life. Just chuck them out. Also gave me a reason to mute the game. Should pull up Game Atlas to check out the maps. Let's see how we feel about them all. I can do that, but here, let me do that in I can do that in game. I will say another thing I'm not gonna put on the list because it's very niche, very specific. One thing that I hated about this game's private matches. When you clicked private match, you would have a create or join option. Which, I think this was the first game to have that. That later came back. But when you created it, you then had to pick the game mode. And after that, you can't change it. If you want to change this to be domination, you have to physically leave. Like, so much of this game, in the menus and, like, on the sticks, just felt, like, clunky. Just felt like... you know? All right, let's see. Let's go through the maps. There's 35 total 6v6 maps. Although I think some of these are also gunfight, but first and foremost, Al-Bagra Fortress. How are we feeling about Al-Bagra Fortress? I feel like... hold on. Should I do this right? Should I, like, pull up, like, a tier list? I don't know. You know what? Because I kind of want to play some more. I don't want to just, like, turn this stream into, like a ABCD thing. They're completely giving up on private matches nowadays. Trying to set up split screen and stuff is such a pain. I don't even know if split screen is still a thing. I actually don't. In this game, split screen was a thing. I don't know. Yes, tier list. But no, I totally agree that, like, the what's it called? The private match options are awful. I don't mind. ABCD is fun. All right, let's see if I'm sure someone's made a tier list, right? Tier list MW22 maps. Give me just 1 second here. I'm gonna have to, like, figure out, because I don't have this stream right now set up for sharing my screen. Spawn Trap was too easy on Bagra Fortress. Yeah, it felt like they needed to open up like a specific lane. Like on the, I don't know how to describe it. Oh, actually, this area right here, I'm realizing you can't see my cursor, but, like, like just past this statue in this freeze frame here, they needed to open that up and let you, like, go around. Let's see. If I do that. Let's see here. Sorry, y'all. One. Memento. How the hell do I crop on OBS? Why can't I? Oh, it's locked. That's why. Sorry, y'all. I'm doing stuff you can't see. You're not allowed. Haha. All right, here we go. Tier list. This might be the first time I'm doing a tier list on stream. All right, Albagra Fortress. What did we just say? Albagra Fortress, to me, I don't think is that bad. I do think it's, like, tail end of the maps in this game. I feel like a B- is kind of where it is for me. It had a bad spawn trap, but that's, like, all. You know what? Let's leave it at B to start, and then we'll kind of assess later. Albaron Hatchery. Albaron Hatchery was so I was talking earlier about how like Santa Seiyu was really good in headquarters. I feel like there's a lot of maps that are really good in specific modes. For some reason, I feel like this map was good in free-for-all. I don't know why. Like, it something about like the flow of the map didn't work on, like, a macro scale, but, like, individual locations felt good for me. I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave that one also in B though, just for right now. Black Gold, this should be the easiest one ever. It's clearly a D. I did appreciate what they did with it though. Like, I kind of like. Honestly, no. I think D is too harsh on it. I did appreciate it. I think a lot of people are gonna say D. I like when different maps have different functions, or like they have different. They feel different from one another, and that's honestly one thing that I really do like about MW22. So, like I was saying before, like a map like Tarak has, like, a different play style than a map like, you know, Dome or you know, Himmelmat Expo. Like, they just have different feels. And I kind of like that, even though it didn't land perfectly. I thought it was fun. I don't want to play every game on it, but every once in a while, it's good. It's a fun gimmick for a singular map. Yeah, I feel like gimmick is always, like, used pejoratively. Is that the right word? Everyone they use gimmick as, like, a bad word. Gimmick can be fun. I like gimmicks. I think Hotel is at least an A tier though. How are we feeling about Hotel? I feel like it is a standard map, but it is a good one. It's a Old Faithful. Best map from this game. I don't know if I would put it. We'll get to it, but I don't know what I would actually put as the best map. A, not S, A minus, maybe B plus. Above and beyond the best map. I feel like it doesn't have like that it factor to be like the best. You know? Like it for it to be like, okay, this is MW22's best map is like it's this game's Hijacked or this game's Raid. You know, like I don't think it has that. I don't think it's to that level. You know what I mean? It's just kind of there. The best map, House. There's a lot of houses. Himmelmat Expo, I think this is an A as well, though. Different reason. Himmelmat Expo, I think, is somehow like I can't even describe it. It's a big map done really, really well. Also biased towards CDL ranked map. Oh yeah, I have no idea how these played in like CDL. I don't remember who I was talking to, but I mentioned how much I hated the map Garrison in Cold War to somebody. And they were like, "What the fuck? That was like the best CDL map." I was like, "Ah." That's not even on my radar, just in pubs. I hated that map. Expo B, low S. I can't tell what the map is by a little picture. Yeah, it's not great. Can I zoom in? Is this better? Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. We'll have to see if we blow past if we blow out of these bounds, but I did another tier list on Discord. Oh, yeah, hold on. I can swap if that one's better. 1 second. This is it's got okay. It also has 2019 maps on here, but we'll skip them for now. All right. So what did we just say? What did we just do? Albagra Fortress was B. Oh wait, I can check this. Bagra Fortress was B and Hatchery was B. Oh wait, does this have the DLC? It does. Greenberg Hotel we said was A. What else did we just go through? Hatchery. I'm just going to put them up here for now. A Hatchery and Himmelmat. Why do I keep losing? Am I high right now? Himmelmat, there we go. Himmelmat we said was A. Hatchery was B or C? What did we just say? There, and then we need Black Gold. Black Gold was C. Okay. People's perception of IW maps have been damaged badly by 2019, but MW2 has some beautiful and vibrant maps that we've never seen the degree of color again, really. I feel like IW, what they do really, really well is take chances. I shouldn't even say that that's what they do well. Like, that's crazy. But I feel like there's a lot of differences, obviously, between Treyarch and IW. A big one is IW, I feel like, takes chances. And what's great about that is occasionally you'll end up with a fucking phenomenal map, right? You'll end up with Himmelmat Expo or Greenberg Hotel or like Mercado and Farm 18 or whatever. Unfortunately, sometimes those risks turn into fucking Santa Sania. You know, let's just throw Santa Sania up here. It's going in D, right? Is there any argument? I mean, I might have the best outlook on it in that it's a very good headquarters map, but I feel like it's pretty not great. Albagra Fortress was a D tier. The map sucked. I liked it outside of the spawn trap. Santa Sania has to go lower. It's a horrific abomination. I low-key like Santa Sania. Thank you. And like visually, I think it's fucking phenomenal. I remember watching the the multiplayer reveal for this game, and being like, dude, I cannot wait to play on Santa Sania. I cannot wait for that game because it's so like it's such a fun idea of like being like on the border of the U.S. and Mexico. Traffic jam. I will say another thing that I'm going to put this in the good section. Infill animations. Infills. There we go. I know that 2019 had them, but here I thought they had like some really interesting ones. Like for Santa Sania, it's like you're driving, you're stuck in the traffic jam, and then like you hear gunshots or something behind you, and so you stop, everybody gets out. I love that shit, man. It's great. Miss the infill animation so bad. I'm MW4 I think will have some good ones. It feels like all of the things. So one thing that I actually didn't put on my good list is aesthetic vibe, all of that, you know, rolled up into one. I feel like MW22 actually had sauce in that way. Like it felt good, like it had a certain level of cohesion up until obviously Nicki Minaj. But like all the maps felt real and in the same universe and like had a distinct style to it. And I think that's why a lot of these maps, even if like they aren't like fucking great, right? Like Santa Sania, we were just talking about, is dog shit. It has, like, if we were ranking these on vibes, it would be up here somewhere. Like the vibes of this game are like really, really good. Don't forget 21 Savage, our favorite Brit. I didn't know he was British. All right, let's see. What else we got on here? We got Crown Raceway. Dare I say, I think an overrated map. I feel like this was kind of the one. Oh, I just noticed now though that we have an S+ on this list. I feel like we should readjust a little bit because I wasn't taking into account the S+. You know, S+ will be the best map. We'll just call that. Crown, I think does go down here in C. It's good. It's okay. It's a unique location, so maybe it could be bumped up. I'm realizing though, Hatchery. I think Crown is better than Hatchery. So should Hatchery come down? No, Black Gold I'll put down. All right. I'm readjusting things here. And honestly, I might put Crown above Albagra. All right, this is where a tier list really kicks off. Hatchery is better than Crown. Really? I disagree. If we press pin images, it will shrink the map numbers, so it's easier. Pin images? Oh. Nah, I don't like that. I appreciate it though. Just with how it's like set up here, I don't think it's taking up too much space. Crown Raceway was another one of those maps that was let down by respawn modes and such. Yeah, I guess it was good in like search, right? I'm trying to think of like how TDM worked. Black Gold is better than Hatchery because at least it tried something different. No, I don't. All right, I'm happy with where we are here. Crown Raceway is just a little too flat. It is flat. I don't know if that's too flat because I feel like again, like, you know, we're talking about different maps kind of having different feels, like different layouts and things. Crown Raceway is a flat map, but I think like it is the flat map, you know? I'm sure there's other ones if like I really went through it, but like that's part of what makes it unique is that it's flat, you know? It was better in the beta when apparently those cars outside the maps you could cross. Not beta, but the original state. Was it originally like that, like before the beta, or is that just like rumors that like you could actually cross like the race cars, cross the race cars, cross the street? I wish they bothered to refine the night vision maps rather than shit can the idea completely. I think the black gold could have been improved, become a decent map. I don't know how they would have improved black gold, to be honest, besides turning the lights on. I know CDL pros talked about it. Oh, maybe. Yeah, if they play the game like before everything. Just watch the COD speed video. Good stuff, man. Very natural and candid and funny. Fuck you. It's an acronym is great. Thanks. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Oh yeah, I should say, because this is the first time I'm streaming since that video. Thank you so much for the overwhelming support on that video, by the way. It has been and is doing numbers to the point where, like, I'm scared. I don't want to dive into the comments to see what kind of broader community has found it, but I keep checking that every day. It was like I think it's my third most viewed video ever, and it's been 3 days. So thank you so much. I'm glad that you guys really enjoyed that video. Oh, I should also mention, just quick plug before we get into the rest of the list here. New video coming out on Friday. Channel members, you get what I'm calling the digital deluxe edition of that video. Okay, you get the video 48 hours early. I'm sorry, 24 hours early. Scratch that. Rewind that. 24 hours early. You get early access to the video. Isn't that crazy? Whoa. On top of that, skin pack. The video, I'm wearing a different skin in the video for a minute. So you guys can look out for that. That's the digital deluxe edition of Friday's video coming out on Friday. Digital deluxe early access starts tomorrow. Hit that pre-order button by hitting join. It's 99 cents. It really helps me out. Anyway, let's continue. We got El Asilo. El Asilo is one that grew on me. At launch, I probably would have put it down here. Maybe even horrific. I don't know. But for some reason, it really grew on me. Again, we're talking about every map feeling different. El Asilo is strange because it's a regular map with a huge donut of open sniping area around it. It's unlike any other map in the game in that way. It's almost a horror map. There was actually a horror version of it, or a Dia de los Muertos version. Hey, appreciate it, OSOK. I gotta read before I speak. Appreciate it. Appreciate you becoming a channel member. Be on the lookout for that video tomorrow. Members only Austin Minaj skin. Oh God. I just have the pink wig. I might have a pink wig somewhere. I'll leave it at that. Pranjal with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. What is the lighthouse map in this game? Oh yeah, we'll get to it. I think it's actually called Lighthouse. El Asilo, I'm gonna put it B. I think B is solid for it. I don't think I would put it above. I definitely. Oh, you can't even see this. Too many people are becoming members. I think I would put it above Hatchery, but below these two. That's where it is for me. Blaze Lighthouse is goated. It's a good vibe. I think it's another one. Let's you know what? Because we're talking about it. Paleo's Lighthouse. Let's bring it on up. I think it's another one similar to Santa Sania in that I fucking love the vibe. Another thing about this game is that they weren't actually. There's a decent amount of nighttime maps. And by decent amount, I mean 3. There are 3 nighttime maps. And one of which is Player's Lighthouse. I fucking love. I love the vibe of it. I think I would put it up here with Hatchery, to be honest. Like, it's right in line with it. Love the vibe for it. And I feel like games can play very, very well. It kind of depends on the lobby, though. Because certain lobbies, people will just camp. It's hard to find anybody. But if you find like a solid lobby that's playing like a King of the Hill style game where like everyone's trying to get up into the like the main lighthouse house, it can be pretty solid. It can be pretty damn good. Map was okay at best. I'm too biased, but I just didn't like these games' maps. That's fair. Again, every map did something different, so I feel like there was a map for everyone. Oh yeah, the estate house too. That was one of the first like, well, maybe one of the only like remix maps, you know, where like it was the same building, just now it's here. One second, I gotta check something super quick. I gotta shut that. Oh no, we're fine. False alarm. Hardpoint was fantastic on Player's Lighthouse. I actually don't remember Hardpoint. Oh wait, was there a Hardpoint out by the water? That was the other thing. You could swim all the way around the island. It added like a really unique element to it. I don't know that many people used it, but maybe if there's a Hardpoint out there, I actually can't remember. Dichotomy of man. Dude, it really is. All right, Embassy. Embassy was like one of actually, should I say this out loud? I'll say it and then I'll correct it if it's wrong later. Embassy was one of very few like one base versus the other base kind of maps. Where like you had the embassy on one end, and then you had, it wasn't really one base, but it was like you had the other two. What even was it? It was like shops or something on the other side. I think this was a pretty solid map. Would I put it above Crown? Yeah, I'd probably put it above Crown Raceway. I don't know if I would put it above Expo. I think right there is where we're going. Diet Block. That's the first time I've ever. I don't know about that. Diet Block. It has a lot more color than Block. What else we got? Farm 18. All right. Farm 18, to me, is S tier. It's the first of the S tiers. I feel like it is, oh, you know what? It's also another one of those remix maps. The building on the one side is from Pavlov from, oh no, I think it's COD 2? It's either COD 2 or COD 1. Interesting little fun fact. That may or may not be present in a video very, very soon. Hotel got to go S with Farm 18. All right, I might do that just because now we have this S plus. I think that's warranted. I do think Hotel and Farm 18 are together. You know, it's from COD 1. COD 1 stream incoming. I was thinking about doing COD 1 today actually, because I did just buy it on PC. Maybe next week. Although, actually, no, because I think next week I want to do MW23 because it'll be free on PS Plus. The dormitory building is based on the Pavlov's house in the map Pavlov from the first Call of Duty. That's it, yeah. Did they ever have a Farm 18 24/7? I feel like I played that map 10 times total. Really? I mean, it was in the beta, I remember. Now that I'm thinking about it, oh, Crown Raceway was in the beta. But so were these two. And, oh, actually, it's funny. It is literally up next. Mercado, I think, is the other. To me, and now, granted, these were the 3 carry-forward maps, so maybe I'm a little out of my mind. Like I'm a little biased here. But to me, these 3 maps are like the maps. These are like the starter Pokemon of MW22. It's these 3 right here. Farm 18, Greenberg Hotel, Mercado, Las Almas. They're like the high-rise terminal Rust of this game. Now, when I put it like that, you're probably like, wow, these are dog shit comparatively, but I think they're pretty solid. Mercado is honestly the star of this game, and I really wish it was Hotel. I think all 3 are right there neck and neck. I would probably put Mercado, honestly, though, I'd probably put it above. We'll see. All right. Moving along, Tarak. Tarak is one that I remember on launch everyone hated. I actually kind of liked it. Again, it was more for snipers. It was a lot larger. It was another remade map, actually, from, I'm going to get it wrong, COD 2. I don't know. Track was fun for S&D. Track is buns. As far as big weird maps go, Track wasn't bad. Yeah, I feel like every game has like a map that's a little bit too large and a little bit too out of the ordinary that everyone latches onto and says this is a dog shit map. Red Card last year, right? And BO6 was that. I'm trying to think in 23. 23 was weird because they were all, I mean, I guess probably like Wasteland, right? And I feel like Tarak was one of those maps here. I think though, like all said and done, honestly, I think I'm happy with it right here. I think it's a B-. I don't think it's great. Maybe, would I put it above El Asilo? I might put it right above El Asilo here. Red Card hate is so weird because it would have been a medium-sized map in BO1. Yeah, especially with Omni movement. Goes so fast. Hydra Electric. I think this one is down here. I think honestly, it might be the bottom. It might be bottom of the C tiers for me. Again, I appreciate it. It's a map that its big thing, its big gimmick was the fun was swimming. Everything, everywhere that you could walk, you could swim underneath it. Kind of. Oh, there's another map like that later. We'll get to it, but I really, really liked that mechanic of it. In practice, it wasn't great, again, because like the sprint out speeds of it wasn't, when you fucking climb on land, it always took a bit. I don't know. I think that there's a better swimming map we'll get to here in a minute. And like for me, I just didn't have as much fun on this map as like even Lighthouse or Albaron. Like visually, it wasn't very interesting, which is kind of what saves, what elevates Lighthouse and kind of Hatchery, I guess. Yeah. Shipment goes down there. Shoot House. I mean, Shoot House can't be S+, right? But Shoot House is pretty damn high. Shoot House is like A? Shoot House has to be an S? I think I hesitate to put it in S because I guess it has, in my head, Shoot House and Shipment are like linked. And so it has the stench of Shipment on it in a way that that stops me from wanting to put it up here. But I think you are right. I think, all right, I'm going to put it there. I'm going to put it above Hotel. No, I'll put it below Hotel. It'll be an S, but it'll be the bottom of S for right now. Every game, there's some loser constantly camping the mid walls. Yeah, but that's on every map, though. Shoot House might even be above Hotel. It's on the line right now for me. Can you make a Shipment tier below Awful? Yeah. If I could remember how to do that on... Oh, actually, I don't think I can with how my like bounds are on this. We'll just know. We'll know. All right. Dome. I forgot Dome was in this game. Is Dome an A? Is Dome on B? I don't remember how Dome played. Dome is a C? S? Dome has never been good. Dude, I loved Dome. Dome in MW3 was solid. I mean, I made a whole video about Dome. I do like it. Dome is fine. Yeah, it's fine. That's it. I would rather play on Dome than Albagra. I think that's true. But would I rather play on Dome or Crown? I think I'd rather play on Crown. That's kind of the way that I'm looking at this, by the way. Is like every one that it's next to is like if it's up to a vote in game, it's whichever one I'm voting for. You know? So like if it's between Expo and Embassy, I'm voting Expo. If it's between Farm 18 or Mercado, I'm going Mercado. That's kind of how I'm trying to like rationalize it. And right now, Dome or Albagra, I go Dome. But if it's Crown and Dome, I go Crown. Right? I'll go through later and see how I can, we'll adjust as we go here, but let's see. Who we got next? There's no name on this one, but it's Valderas Museum. I think this one's pretty bottom of like the pack here too. It's a map that visually is like, it's a neat idea. But like if you ever walk around the area, it feels empty. It feels like strangely barren. In a way that like the rest of the maps aren't. The flow is super weird. There's like that one section. I was about to say the art section. I guess it's all art. But like you go up escalators on both sides and you kind of have like a weird Skid Row Death Alley kind of thing going on. But that's like the only place that there's action, Remember this map was removed because of copyright. Yeah, well, it was one of 3 maps actually that like had copyright issues, right? The Breenberg, Crown Raceway, and this one. This was the one that fully got removed. Like they were able to get Crown Raceway reupholstered for the actual launch. This one though was in beta and then it wasn't there at launch because they couldn't, I guess, fix it in time. And then after launch, the actual Breenberg Hotel had like a problem with it. But I assume that they just settled in some way because map still exists. Good 40% of this map is a ghost town. Yeah, and not like a fun ghost town like in Tarak where like there's different positions and like strategy. It's just kind of shit that you're running past, You'd rather play hotel than shoot house? Fuck, you might be right. No, hold on. I think it is a toss-up, but I think I would rather play hotel. I don't know. We'll get back to that later. I don't want to derail too much. But yeah, no, I think this one's down here. I think it's right next to Hydroelectric. Kunstenaar District. Man, this was just a boring one. I'm going to put it, I think, down here. I think it stays in D. I don't think it's as bad as Black Gold, but it was just like a nothing. No, maybe it's below Black Gold. It was just a nothing map. It had that one side that was water. But like so it was a 3-lane map for the most part. And but like on one side of the 3-lane map there was just a big pool that you were supposed to, I guess, use as a flanking route, but like it was just a fucking pool. Like it didn't feel, I mean it was a cutout of Vondel. I'm seeing B or C. Really? I think it's down here. I don't even know that district map was added later. Yeah, this was like season 3, maybe. Y'all are insane. C. I don't know, man. It's got to stay D. Oh, damn, it was that late. Season 4. All right, I'm going to stay here. But, like, genuinely, I'm trying to think, like, if it was between these 2 maps, I think I'm going Valderas. Like, I'm going Alberon. Like, Black Hole, Black Gold. I don't know. These 2, I think, are a toss-up. I think it's below just because Black Gold at least has, like, a fun thing that I might, in the moment, be like, that's good. Showdown. I forgot this map was in this game. Where the hell do I put Showdown? Oh my god. How did it play? I feel like it didn't play that well, right? I didn't like how it played in MW22. There was something, because now that you could high mantle, because the original Showdown, it kind of had like a weird, I don't even know how you describe it, almost like a figure eight, where like when you were inside the courtyard, you know, you could kind of do like a full 360 around the top, and like you know, you had sections to go. But when you're outside and you just like wanted to, there were like, you couldn't run fully around the outside originally because there were stuff in your way. But now, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, you could mantle over all that shit now. And so it was like a weird, like it was, the flow was like different, you know? Courtyard was a miserable place. They have the outside flanks on the MW2 version. The outside flanks. So I believe it was an identical map. It was just the game-specific mechanics of High Mantle. Came in late, but randomly jumped back to the BO1 and 2 port topic. I hope they're also planning a Switch 2 release. And only didn't confirm because they didn't want it leaked. I mean, maybe. I think as far as like the ports go, any kind of like anything outside of what they've announced is kind of setting yourself up for disappointment. It was going on, Boom. Where would you put? What were we on? Am I lost? Showdown. MW22 Showdown. I genuinely cannot remember how it played, other than like I remember remembering it was bad. But I don't have the specifics anymore. You're saying A? There isn't a lot in A. I feel like I might be at the point of this tier list where I start having like put some B's up in A. I don't think it's that. Honestly, I'm feeling either B or C. I think it's high C or low B. Showdown or LSC low. Showdown or Tarak. Do you think they made it better in 22, but it still wasn't great? Bottom of B. Got to promote Crown. You wrote Crown, I wrote Clown. I actually really like Showdown. On a hot take, Showdown plays better in 22 compared to COD 4. That is a hot take. COD 4 is a weird game where like everyone loves it, right? I love it. One of my favorite. It's the game that got me into this series. But when you look at the maps, they're not very like thought out. The maps are all just like cutouts of the single player. Like, I don't think that a lot of strategy and planning went into like Showdown. So maybe it plays better here. Who the hell knows? I think it's going right here. I think B- right here. That's what made them memorable. Yeah, but at the same time, that's kind of what I've been talking about here. Where like every map in 22 had a different vibe in like just from like layout standpoint. You know, we went over it a million times. I won't like reiterate it, but Farm 18 is a completely different layout to Hotel, to Dome, to Tarak, to El Asilo, to Hydroelectric, to fucking Paleo's Lighthouse. They all... Imagine this fucking list with BO7. BO7, every fucking map, almost every map is 3 lanes. And I don't know. I heart Block. You might be the only one. Actually, I don't have like any opinion on Block, to be honest. I feel like people didn't like that map. All right, Vondo Waterfront. Here we fucking go. This is what I was waiting for. Vondo Waterfront is my fucking favorite map in this game. And I don't care where you guys want it. I'm putting it at C+ or S+, and I'm not budging. Not one damn bit. It is the perfect size. It is a fun gimmick of the water. It visually phenomenal. It even has a weird glitch thing where there's a barrel floating off the side of the map. That's a little bit of character for you, okay? It has personality. C plus is more fitting? Nah. S plus. Is that the map with the open as fuck area in the middle? Kinda. It has the red versus blue side. It's got symmetrical asymmetry to it. Okay? It's got broken up pads. I'm putting it up here. Solid B. Streamer has called in his golden buzzer. No more arguments will be accepted at this point. I've called in twice now. One to put shipment down here. DRC Zone 1. This to me was another nothing map. To me, this like goes like here. Like I don't really know. DRC low-key sleeper? I don't remember much about this map. I remember there's the vent. There's the vent that you could like go in. Other than that, it doesn't even feel like a map in this game for some reason. Waterfront deserved to be in MW3. That's what I'm saying, man. This is the one with a food stall in the middle, opposing apartments and water docks exterior. Oh yeah, Vonda Waterfront, yeah. D for lame. I don't think I'll. D. You know what? Should it go in D for DRC 1? All right. You know what? Let's do the voting argument, right? If it's shipment or DRC, I go DRC. If it's shipment or Santa Sania, I go DRC. Or I'm sorry, DRC. I think it wins against all those. DRC versus Valderas Museum. I think I go DRC. I don't know if I vote for it above Hydroelectric, though. I definitely... Wait, no, hold on, because I think I would vote it above Lighthouse. This might be a rock, paper, scissors situation we got going on here, which, as we all know, completely breaks tier lists. It's a flawed medium. What can I say? But I think I vote DRC over everything else in C. But I don't vote it over Showdown or El Asilo. I think I put it there. I think I put it C+. Lighthouse is a such more interesting DRC, but I feel like it doesn't play as well. I feel like DRC, it's a consistent C+. Whereas Paleo's Lighthouse, it's in C simply because sometimes it's an A and other times it's a D, depending on the lobby. For me, obviously. Zone 1 is peak, really. Lighthouse is abomination tier. Nah, it's such a good fucking vibe, man. And sometimes it's going to be really good. All right, we're down to only 4 more here, actually. And, oh boy, I don't know a lot about these. Punta Mar, to me, Punta Mar is the most forgettable map, I think, in Call of Duty history. So I'm going to put it down here with Kunstenar District because that's the other kind of forgettable one to me. Because, like, look, like I was saying before, like I was saying with Lighthouse, I put it at C because sometimes it can be very good, sometimes it can be very bad. But regardless, it's memorable. It feels, I feel something when I play it. Punta Mar is, like, it feels, I'm eating paste. It's just nothing. You know? Punta Mar lives and dies by the lobby. Oh, is it a similar one? I don't think I played enough of it to have that thought. All right. Strike. The only thing I remember about specifically the 22 version of Strike is that I hated it so much that I said I hated it in a video. Everyone said I was wrong. And then I made an entire video called What Makes a Bad Call of Duty Map. That was all just a setup for the punchline of the worst map in the entire game is this version of Strike right here. So if I hated it enough at the time to go through all of that effort, I feel like it has to be down here at least. I don't know about Abomination. I don't know about Abomination, but I think it's down here. I think I voted over Punta Mar. Do I vote it over Kunstnar District, though? Maybe, just because I can say it. So episode Poo Poo and COD 4, I don't know why they remade it. Dude, they remade it. This is the third time they remade it. It was in COD 4, it was in MW2, and now it's in this one too. Below Shipment. Hot take. I think it goes right here. I think it's easily bottom 5, right? But I think it's right there. Stark is a comp map? Explains why I'm not a comp guy. It's never been above B for me, but 22 is my favorite version of it. Oh, interesting. Koro Village. We are getting into like the late stage DLC that I don't remember as well. Koro Village. Where am I fucking putting it? B or C, I feel like. It's middle of the you saying S? I don't know. Oh, I remember there being like one choke point that I fucking hated. There's no way I'm going to be able to describe it. Sleeper Hit. Best classic remake. You might be onto something there. No, I think Tarak still takes it, honestly, for that. All right, just voting, right? Just voting. Am I voting Koro or Showdown? Easy choice, right? Easy decision that I'm not going to be able to fucking make. DRC or Koro Village? I think I would go DRC. I think I'm realizing that I actually just like DRC better, right? Because I think I'm going to put DRC there. I'm going to put Koro Village there. That's where I'm at. Koro, I think I would vote over Alberon Hatchery. There's something about Koro that, like, just... It's got a little bit of sauce to it, you know? I don't think I like the layout or the flow as well as DRC 1, but I definitely like the vibe. I don't know. All right, and last but not least, we have La Casa, which I've said, like, a million times is, like, one of my favorite maps. I don't know if it's S tier. Because, like, I don't know if I'm voting it over Shoot House. I think I'm voting it over Expo. But am I going past Shoot House or any of these? I don't know. I'm seeing S+. I don't think S+. I think S+. This is just my favorite map in the game, right? La Casa is at least an A. Yeah, I think its floor is here. I think it only goes up from here. If it goes up. There's a lot of charm. You know what? There's a lot of charm to it. I'll give you that. Only played La Casa a few times, but I'd say I liked it a lot more, or I liked it more than Shoot House on occasion. I do think it's like right here though. Like genuinely, like it and Shoot House are like opposite sides of the same coin. You know what I mean? You can flank and make plays on Expo. Nothing like that on Casa. But have you considered that La Casa has a better pool? Like him at Expo, it has a pool, but it's fucking cold out. Man, who's going in that pool? La Casa, diving board. Doesn't work, but there's a diving board. So, case in point. And with that, I think, ladies and gentlemen, we have a completed tier list here. Just going in order from bottom to the top. I didn't realize that there was... This is actually like less maps than I would have thought. We got Shipment as the worst in the game. By far. Easily. Awful. Terrible. Dog shit. Very bad map. Santa Senia, of course, not very far behind. I kind of like this because we have the full spectrum between them. Shipment, teeny tiny square map. Santa Senia, very long map. Very large, long map. And everything else kind of exists in between, for the most part, right? I don't think there's any maps bigger than Santa Senia. Maybe Expo. I don't even think that. So we kind of have like two sides of the spectrum there, which I kind of find interesting. And then we'll move in. Then we have what, in my opinion, are like the forgettable maps, right? You got Punta Mar. What even is that? What does that mean? Strike. Not globally, not a very forgettable map, right? But like, it's one of those like, wait, was that was in this game? What the fuck? Kunstner District. Awful. Unforgettable. You know. Black Gold, I think its only saving grace is that it is that it has a thing. You know? Talk about it a lot. Every map should have a thing. Maybe not every map, but I like when maps have a thing. It has its black and white shit, which could be interesting. Sometimes. Other times, not so much. Putting it here. D+. Then we have what I think are still like the more boring ones. But just a little bit better. At least they play decently well. Decently well. Valderas Museum, bottom of that list. It just feels too big and open. Not a lot of cover. Not a lot of places that gunfights actually happen. Really, it's just the upstairs by like that art installation, art area. And then in like the courtyard below, a lot of map that's not really being used. It just doesn't flow right. Hydroelectric. Again, one that's that has like a little gimmick. You can swim under it, but in my opinion, Waterfront does that a million times better. And I don't know. I just don't like the vibes on it. Palayo's Lighthouse. This one's here simply because it's, again, great vibe. Love it. Nothing else like it in the game. Storming. You got the fucking lighthouse going. It can shine in your eyes. It makes you feel fucking badass. And sometimes, depending on the lobby, if everyone is playing the game like King of the Hill, everyone's trying to get to the middle, it can be very, very fun. Hardpoint, I've been told, is very, very good on this game. Or on this map. Can't remember now. But I believe it was. Unfortunately, it is pulled back to about like a C, I guess a C proper, because sometimes it can be just dog shit. So this is one just rubber banding in between. Albaron Hatchery, to me, was kind of like a nothing burger map. I kind of like the aesthetic a little bit more. And also Free For All. Free For All is pretty solid here. Koro Village, we just did this one. Why did I put Koro Village here? Koro Village is one that I don't remember. I don't have a lot of fond memories on it. The vibe is good, but I just don't have a lot of good shit on there, you know? DRC Zone 1. I think it's a pretty solid map. We're starting to get into like everything above this line. Everything being above, I think is like what I would be happy with seeing return in MW4, you know, if they do remakes, which it's Call of Duty, let's be honest, they will. I think anything being above, I would be cool with them bringing back. And DRC Zone 1 is one of them. It would be a map that I'd be like, why? Because it's so low on this list, but I'm cool with it. Showdown, it was okay. I think they kind of fucked with the flow of COD 4. COD 4, I might have put it like a B+. In this game, I think it comes down a little bit. El Asilo is one that grew on me. I was talking about it before. It's a map that is like a normal, medium-sized map, but it has a weirdo donut around it for snipers. Kind of interesting. Tarak, another map that I appreciate its differentness. It's a little bit more open, a little bit more snipers and marksman rifle friendly. Love that. Very good for long shots as well. Albagra Fortress. I think that it's like, this would be the most standard map possible in this game if it weren't for a weird spawn trap thing. Spawn trap kind of kills it a little bit, keeps it out of A. Dome, pretty good. Crown Raceway, on the other hand, a little bit better. Love the vibe of this one. It's a little bit bigger, like we were saying before. It's one of very few fucking completely flat maps, which gives it a little bit of something. Doesn't really add a lot, but I don't know. It's got a thing. Embassy. We were talking about this before as well. A team versus B team. Very good. Like it. It's very cool. It's got like an interesting dynamic where, like, for search and destroy, you feel like you're actually breaching that embassy sometimes, because like I believe that's where it's not both bombs, but I think there's at least a bomb in there. When you're not on the embassy team and like you're trying to like clear your corners and like work your way through that, very, very fun actually. I really like it. Hillmat Expo is just it's an A tier map. Good map. It's a large map, but I think it's a large map done well. There's a lot of outside for long range, a lot of inside for shorter range. And I mean, we just played it before on stream. It's a solid map. Plays decently well. La Casa, final DLC map. I think it earned its spot up here. It's a smaller map. Chaotic. I will remember playing one in the chamber on this map for some reason. Why do I remember specifically one in the chamber? I think I played well on one in the chamber, but... Shoot House, classic map. I mean, at this point, any of the maps of La Casa and above are like the ones that I'm actively rooting for to come back. The ones that I'm actively like, this is I want this, you know? And Shoot House is one of them. I think that Shoot House can and should replace Shipment as the map that they just keep fucking bringing back. If we're going to have a map like that, let it be Shoot House, not Shipment. Breenberg Hotel. This one to me is like just the standard good map. There's nothing like crazy, about it. It's just like, it's just good. It's like Jungle, or it's like, I don't know, Skid Row. It's just like, it just feels good, man. Farm 18, another solid one. We mentioned before, the fact that like that one building is from Pavlov adds a little bit of something to it. It feels, I don't know. Felt like it got a little bit of love, you know? It's kind of green aesthetic. I feel like sets it apart. Mercado, another one similar to Hotel that I feel like, again, these three are like the starter Pokemon of this game. Love it. And finally, S tier, or S plus tier, best map in the game, Vondel Waterfront. No one can tell me otherwise. My favorite map. Thank you and good night. I just talked for like so long there. Holy shit. That's the end of my list. That's all I got, y'all. So overall, honestly, I think more good maps than bad. In this game, there are only, it looks like 6 maps that I would consider bad. 5 maps that I would consider and what looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maps that I would be actively like, fucking let's go, amazing map. So I think what we can say is confidently, MW22 is the best Call of Duty of all time. No, 1,000%. That's it. That's it for the stream, I guess. They can't all be winners, but there never have been. Yeah. The overall, what I will say about these maps, this thing I've said a lot, is it's what I say about IW all the time, is I appreciate that they take risks. And like the maps are a little bit different than each other. And that's one thing that I'm actually really looking forward to in MW4 is I feel like this is the best lineup of IW maps that's not MW2. like obviously MW2 is like the peak of their design, peak of IW's maps. This is a close second though, I think. Maybe COD 4 might be above it. I don't know. But I feel like we finally got there, right? Like Ghost's map design sucked. 2019 map design sucked. I feel like we're finally hitting something again. And I hope that they keep this kind of momentum or this kind of style. because I feel like this works. Probably all A tier and above for S&D. Even Black Gold was on. Oh yeah, dude. IW maps also, I feel like most of them are built for search and destroy first almost, you know? So it was a similar thing with 2019. I feel like a lot of 2019 maps played better in search than they did in anything else. What's the PS5 Pro money pool at? Oh god, I don't know. my for what it's worth, my PS5 stopped overheating, so I might not even need to upgrade. We'll see. Also, there isn't an actual fucking PS5 money pool. Whatever. Can you summarize your whiteboard before you end the stream? Oh yeah, for sure. I'm not actually ending stream, I don't think, right now, but I needed a second to catch my breath. This should be that, right? This is our good and bad still that we got. I do think bad, honestly, it's outweighing good. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have one more bad thing than good thing. Quick, someone give me a good thing about MW22 so that it's suspenseful. I need something in here. As far as bad, we can go back through it. Bad was UI. I mean, there's a lot wrong with it, but I do think UI is an underrated problem with this game. Like, from a casual's perspective, I've said it a million times actually before. It might not even be on this list, actually. I'm just going to put vibes under good. The vibes of MW22 are very good, and I think that's why they sold so many copies and you had so many people playing on day one. But, like, the casuals love the vibe. That's what they buy the game on, right? But then they get into the game, and it looks like they're fucking playing Hulu. And then they're like, what the fuck? This is dog shit. And they leave. They can't figure out the confusing as fuck platform system. Or even, platform system. They don't know how to unlock a red dot for the TAC 56 or whatever. I think that kills the game more than people realize. I don't think it's the worst thing on this list, but I think it's the most underrated. Perks, I think. To me, perks were the biggest, like, personal issue I had with it. I didn't like that charged. You couldn't get Ghost until, like, most of the way through the game. Overkill didn't have any drawback at all, so you had people just, riot shields on their back, ninja turtling. No red dots on the minimap. What the fuck are we doing? Deadshot or Dead Silence isn't a perk. It's a field upgrade that fucking makes a noise when you hit it. What the fuck are we doing? I broke movement down into two things. Sprint out speeds, I think, are a hair too slow. I shouldn't even say hair. It's very slow. I think that, to me, that's the biggest issue of the movement. Jumping and sliding, I think I could be fine with, because it keeps it grounded. Again, I'm not like a fucking movement king. I don't like movement taking over COD. I do think it could be a little bit pull back on like some of the drawbacks to jumping and sliding a little bit. Maybe this one's like a hair. To me, sprint out speeds, that was the big one. Visual recoil and smoke on gun shooting. Oh, you know what? There was a lot of that. You're right. Gun platforms is another thing that we had on there. It was... I'm not against the idea of needing to use one gun to unlock like a global attachment, but I did not like how it made so many guns. It felt like it inflated the gun pool somehow, where like there's like 4 different fucking TACs or AKs, and they are all marginally different. The camo grind wasn't great. We talk about camos more in the good, but camo grind was not good. A lot of long shots. Weapon tuning, just like why exist. And then events and collabs. There was one really good event, and that was the haunting, that we could remember. But a lot of the events were like the fucking weird-ass Rocket League one, or a World Cup one with the Rocket League mode. You had the boys, you had Nicki Minaj. Wasn't great. Party Missile took 10 seconds to come out to animation. Yeah, I think animations in general, it was just a little bit too slow. You know. Camo grind was massively improved with its level requirements. It's weapon cool. Tuning was cool. It wasn't even mandatory. It wasn't mandatory, but it was like an extra level of customization that I don't... Like, it just added an extra layer to... A layer of complexity to the gunsmith that I think just the gunsmith itself is already too complicated for me. That, like it just... It's just too much, you know? I liked it for sights, because that was something you could actually see, right? How far away you were. Like, and I appreciate that level of customization. But there's a lot of attachments where it's like, this is a grip. Do you really need to like fine tune like how much the grip is doing this versus that? It's like, I don't know. Close enough. Welcome back, Chris Raygun. Did he go anywhere? I thought he was still doing stuff, Chris Raygun. All right. Under good, we got Ground War. I actually really appreciated that 6v6, while still the main attraction, you had these other modes, which actually we'll get to here in a minute. Gordo Okos with the 55 months. Thank you so much. Dead Silence in positive because of your short. Oh, God. That short took off for some reason, I remember back in the day. I made a short of... What the fuck even was it? I just remember the thumbnail, actually. I should go back and watch that, maybe. But anyway, that's a deep fucking cut, though. You can tell you've been around for 55 months. Appreciate your continued support, as always. But no, I appreciated that there were, like, all these different modes. Oh, we didn't even talk about Gunfight. Gunfight was actually really good, I thought, in this game. Obviously, it started in 2019, but I thought it was still in its prime here. I feel like 23 is where it started, like no one really cared about it. And 22, I thought was really, really solid. Did you ever play Invasion? It was like Ground War with a bunch of bots everywhere. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I put Ground War on here, but I'm kind of using that to encompass, like, Ground War, Invasion, all of those other, like, big team modes that they added in post-launch that I really wish were permanent. They were kind of, fucking, what's it called? They were all LTMs, which I didn't like. But I did like the modes. It was like big CTF, big search and destroy. I think there was another one. I'm kind of putting them all in here. And I just wish that we could still play them. I mean, we can't even play fucking Ground War now. There's no one in lobby. But although I'm pretty sure Ground War or a Ground War equivalent is coming to MW4. I'm 90% sure they confirmed that. Yeah. So I hope they continue to support it. Maps, which we talked about. A lot of good maps in there. Camos. This was the first game with global camos, or the fuck was it called? There's a name for it, but you earn a camo here, and it goes to, you know, you can put it on whatever gun, or what? Yeah, whatever gun you want. This is just a small one. The kill or score streak toggle was nice. There's still never a point where you want kill streaks and not score streaks, but I guess it's good that there's a toggle for it, I guess. Ranked, I put this on here because you guys said it. I don't play ranked, but apparently ranked was really good in this game. DMZ lost me once a lot of the other casuals fell off, and it kind of became very, very sweaty. I'm looking forward to DMZ 2, though. So we'll see. Spec Ops, genuinely, I said at the start of the stream, I will say it again for everybody in the back. This is the best version of Spec Ops we've ever gotten, and no one has fucking played it. Because there's only 3 goddamn missions. The Spec Ops missions themselves are solid, but no one fucking played them because there's only 3. And there's no point to playing them. And the fucking Hulu UI makes it look... It just gets fucking lost. Also raids. You could probably put raids in there. I don't like that the raids... Unless you had 2 other people you were playing with. Like, there's no solo or duo option. You needed exactly 3 people. And those raids were designed in, like, a way that... You need to puzzle solve and stuff. And, like, doing that in with pubs... It just doesn't work. I think they need, if they were going to do raids again, they would need to have some kind of like, I don't know, other options for stuff like that. The sandbox in general, I thought it had like a lot of cool, new, unique things, right? They had like the ninja stars, they had drill charges, they had a fucking inflatable decoy, spotter scope, a bunch of stuff that like, it's just in there for fun, you know? Then you got, infills. I guess infills and vibes. Let's just erase infills, because we got vibes on there. We just talked about it. Vibes are good. And gunfight I just added as well. Gunfight was pretty solid. So, in conclusion, Modern Warfare 2022. You still read that? Thoughts on water mechanics. Water mechanic changes here. I thought it was a little bit too slow to get out, if I remember correctly. Actually, I don't know why I switched to gameplay, right? Because I'm about at time. We spent the whole stream on that on that fucking tier list. But hey, you know, that works for me, because it means I don't have to try to find any more lobbies in MW22. Dude, you know what? Of all games to put, or of all streams to not have a poll running, you know what? I'm gonna run a poll for this last 10 minutes. I'm gonna say, was Modern Warfare 2 good or bad? And we have no nuance on here. It is just good or bad. I'm gonna put this poll in chat. You're gonna click. Do you think it was good? Do you think it was bad? That's it. After we have gone through, after I have served as defense attorney and prosecutor here for the game, right? We went through all the maps. We went through everything good, everything bad. Taking all of that into account, is Modern Warfare 2 2022 good or bad? That's all. I'm going to leave my opinion out of it, and I will let you guys decide. It is so far the closest race I've ever seen, but it is going to good. It is going to good right now. Sorry about that. Like I said, very strange setup I have here. I've never voted faster for something in my life. This election day, you should vote faster, though. Get out there and vote! I feel ill. Movement Sweat's gonna hate on the game a lot. Half of their skill got cut off. That's true. I mean, yeah. In the same way that, like, slower players, their skill was cut off when Movement took over, you know? I love the sim take of the franchise. I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. The atmosphere of MW22 is very good. Does it carry the game, though? I don't think it can. Like, at the end of the day, gameplay is king, right? I think the way that I would describe this game is clunky in and out of game, right? The menu I described a million times is just fucking weird. It's hard to get into the game. It's clunky to even navigate the menu, to build a gun. A lot of the like systems and mechanics, like perks, feel clunky. You can't edit them in game. You can't edit your fucking perks in game. You can choose between packages, but you can't actually edit them. That feels like an oversight. But art direction is so fucking good. The outside of Nicki Minaj, but maps all fit, guns all fit. Most of the operators fit. And it feels like a complete game in terms of different modes and things, right? You got 6v6, but you also have ground war. You have this and that. I think, honestly, their biggest issue was they have all these different modes, right? They got Ground War, they got DMZ, you got Spec Ops, obviously multiplayer. But instead of trying to balance things like movement speed and like equipment and perks and things like that to instead of trying to individually change those things for different modes, they kind of tried making systems that would work in DMZ and also in multiplayer, right? Things slowed down as in my opinion, they probably should for a game like DMZ that's a lot more methodical. But that does not work in multiplayer. It doesn't work in respawn modes. And similarly, like a lot of like the sandbox elements, things like Dead Silence, for instance, being on the bumpers, that makes sense for something like Spec Ops. For Spec Ops to be able to like, all right, I'm gonna hit a button and go super stealth mode for a minute so that I can sneak around. Like that's an interesting mechanic for a Spec Ops mode, not for multiplayer. And that's kind of where everything started to break down, in my opinion. DMZ destroyed multiplayer in Warzone a little bit, I think so. And it created a system where, you know, I used this analogy fucking forever ago. It's the Swiss Army knife, right? The Swiss Army knife has all of these different, you know, it's got a corkscrew and it's got a little pair of scissors and it's got a knife and it's got a bottle opener, and it's all great if you have a lot of things that you want to do kind of well. But if in front of me I have a bottle opener or a Swiss Army knife and I need to open a beer, I'm getting the actual bottle opener first. I'm not, you know, if I need to fucking cut a tag off of the back of my shirt, I'm grabbing a real pair of scissors. I'm not grabbing the little fucking ding ding ding, you know? It's great to have all of those things, but they aren't as good as they could be all individual, if that makes sense. And I think that is the story of MW22. The Empire State Building, that dude, I've seen so many, like, I assume AI versions of that flag. I love putting one-man army on it is fucking hilarious. Not gonna lie, mostly the goofs who buy the Nicki Minaj operators. I never spent my money on those operators, especially for the immersion. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I think I only bought in MW22, the only skin that I bought that I can remember was the one for Alex that has the what we used back in the day. This would be a deep cut if anyone was around back then, but what we used it for the character Rayola. Like where Alex has like the full mask and the goggles, and he's, you know, you can see he's missing the leg. They re-released. They're not re-released, but like they made a new version of that skin, and that one I bought. Oh, the Doom shotgun. Did I buy that? Someone bought it. I remember using it. I don't remember if someone dropped it for me or if I did actually buy it. Guys, good right now is winning. And that's nuts to me. We barely have any votes in here. If you ever wanted your vote to actually matter, to actually count, click on that poll. Hit good or bad. Get out and vote. We'll be counting these for weeks before we decide a winner. You can stay near spawn or at spawn, chilling with a show to the side, sniping people. No one will care. Wait, I'm lost what we were talking about there. Probably ground war. It was first COD I got the camo in, and it was miserable. Dude, same. It was the one and only that I went for the camo grind in. I got it. So now I can use it next time, you know, in another year or two when I do another MW22 stream where I play it for 2 games, apparently. The Spawn theme bundle was super sick. I wish they did that more. don't remember liking this. I mean, I'm not a Spawn. I don't know Spawn. So to me, when it came out, I was kind of like, what the fuck is it? Is this Venom? The fuck? And maybe 22 and 23 are the easiest camo grinds, the only ones I ever finished. I do remember 23 being easier. I don't think I did it. I feel like I would remember if I did it. I committed to it for a bit, but I don't know how. I feel like you only had to do like 30 weapons or something like that, and I did like 22. You know, like I was getting there. The camo grind of this game was bad, but when you consider the camo grinds of the 3 games before it, oh yeah. You know, 2019, right? 2019 was fucking awful, I heard. All right. So we're down to 51% now, by the way. 51% say good. If anyone out there thinks it's bad and hasn't voted yet, you have the floor. Because we're about at time. It's about 7:30. I'm going to start wrapping this thing up. And, oh, no. Oh, no. People are voting for bad. Now it's 52% bad. I'm going to start my wrap up. And, you know, whatever it's at the end of the stream, we'll call it. All right? Everyone get your votes in. Thank you so much for watching this weird fucking bizarro stream where I barely played the game. But I have a whiteboard, so it made it fun. Be on the lookout for, I'll shout out again, new video on Friday. I just exported before doing this. New video on Friday, but if you're a channel member, I'll say it again. If you're a channel member, you get early access to the digital deluxe edition of Friday's video. 24 hours early. It comes out tomorrow for y'all. And not only that, it's the digital deluxe edition. I'll also be wearing a hat sometimes. It's fucking cool.
At Snickers 7494
Thanks so much for the 15, whatever that was.
Israeli new shekels through Super Chat. The first few seasons were actually good. I remember when Nikto came out on season 4 and it gave me chills.
Dude, everyone loves Nikto. Yeah, he was a 2019 guy. I will say the seasons did get better as time went. The first season, though, was fucking laughable. But yeah, so new video on Friday. Channel members get digital deluxe thing of it tomorrow. Thank you so much again for the overwhelming support on the video. When did whatever day I posted that 3 days ago or whatever the movement video. It's skyrocketed, and I really appreciate the support. Now to check back in on our poll. We are sitting at 51% good. And because it is the end of the stream, I will go ahead and end the poll in 5, 4... Oh, hold on a second. We got a super chat.
At EV3X47V donated $1.99 through Super Chat.
I forgot about that. Well, first of all, how did it win? Well, thanks to your super chat, we just delayed the final count, actually, by a few seconds. So, if anyone hasn't voted and wants to vote bad, you can. But voting now will conclude in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we have... Oh, wait, it went away. Hold on, do I have to scroll up to find it? I swear... Oh, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, 51% bad. You guys snuck in at the last second. Oh, no. I swear when I hit end, it was 50-50, and that was going to be a whole bit. Damn it. Modern Warfare 2 is conclusively a bad Call of Duty game. Now, that said, though, it only won seemingly by 1 vote. You know, I still haven't really shared my take on it. I think the game's good. Call it a hot take. But with my vote, that does technically take us to 50-50. So, it's a coin flip. Enjoy the game if you want to enjoy the game. If not, you know, just don't play it. I'll see you guys next week for whatever fucking game I play on Wednesday. And I'll see you guys on Friday for the new video. All right. Bye, y'all.